And who am I? That's not a secret I'll never tell. You know you love me. XOXO. Gossip Girl.
What's up? We got Gossip Girl, Season 2, Episode 24, Valley Girl. And note, this episode was supposed to be a backdoor pilot to a Lily Rhodes-centric TV show about Lily's teenage years. So, with this review, I will be counting on both it as supposed to be a backdoor pilot and as its own episode. So, yeah, don't know what's gonna happen. So, this episode starts off in the year of 1983, where we see a young Lily Vanderwoodson, or as she was known back then, Lily Rhodes, driving a car along the coastline of Malibu, California. She stops at a gas station where she calls her father, Rick Rhodes, at his office in Rhodes Records. We don't even find out what happened to this guy. Once he gets him on the phone, he invites him to lunch since she's in LA. He asks why isn't she at Santa Barbara at school, but he ignores the question and says she'll meet him at lunch at his favorite restaurant. After she hangs up, she looks over a letter from her boarding school notifying her parents of her expulsion. In the present day, Lily Vanderwoodson exits out. I have to distinguish between two now. Exits the car at the police station where inside. Blair frets about Serena's well-being in jail. Nate doesn't believe Serena's own mother had her arrested. Then Lily enters the police station to have her released. At the loft, Dan and Jenny tell Vanessa about Rufus's failed proposal attempt when he enters the room. They quickly change the subject to prom and how they're planning to skip it. Dan asks about the investment. Rufus simply says it's over because Lily had Serena arrested. He suggests that they stay out of it and let them work it out on their own. Back at the police station, Lily has flashbacks to her own run-ins with the law on her way to see Serena. However, she sees Serena and she learns that she called that Serena decided, she doesn't want her lying manipulative mom. If her lying manipulative mother is gonna put her in jail, she needs another lying manipulative woman to get her out of jail. And that's why she called her lying manipulative stalker grandma Cece Rhodes. I'm still sticking with that name. That's a way better coin than lying manipulative grandma. Lying manipulative grandma stalker Cece Rhodes to Cece to bail her out. Back in the past, at a restaurant, Lily Rhodes arrives and sits down with Rick. Not Rick Grimes. I wanted to say it says Rick, and I didn't want to say Rick Grimes. She missed their Christmas, that 1983 Christmas was weird without him, and he thought about saying that he thought he couldn't be there. Before she could say anything about being kicked out of school, he reveals he already knows. Lily asks about how he knows, and he admits that when that young lying manipulative stalker mother, Cece, told him. At that moment, the lying manipulative mother, lying manipulative mother, Cece, arrives and sits down at the table. She and Rick greet each other coldly before she informs Lily that Rick convinced the school to let her back in. Shocked, Lily says that she wanted to get expelled because she wants to be her own dad. She worries that when she grows up, she won't be a part of his life anymore, and he reassures her that will never happen. We never see this guy again. It's weird that this is the only episode where that Rick Rhodes is actually seen. He also says that he's too busy to work to parent her, and that she has to leave town for the business. And kisses her goodbye. She chases after him, but he tells her that she needs to stay out of the city, and he won't turn out like her sister Carol. Lily says that she agrees that she won't turn out like Carol, but she won't because she hasn't craved the need to walk her own path. Rick's car is then brought in front, and the valet and he leaves, promising to call her. The lying manipulative mother, Cece, exits the restaurant and tells her to go home. Lily says that she'll follow her back, and they go in separate cars. However, Cece drives in one direction, Lily drives into the next day. In the present, the next day, Lily asks the lying manipulative grandma stalker, Cece, why she's in town. The lying manipulative stalker grandma says that she asks why Lily's so mad at her, and Lily says it's because she told Rufus about their child. She gets defensive and says that Rufus deserves to know. Eric jumps in and explains that yeah, their son's dead, but no, he's not, because the grandparents lied, but they believe he's dead. Lily then says she's off to bring Serena breakfast in bed and start the healing process. But Eric and Cece say she's not home. At the Waldorf, Blair asks Serena why she's still in jail. Serena explains that Lily didn't think she was old enough to make her own choices, so she decided to on her own to stay in prison. She wishes Blair a good prom with Nate as they hang up. Afterwards, the icon Dorota tells Blair that the dry cleaners have ruined her dress, but her replacement one arrived from Paris. Blair opens it and is surprised it looks like the one in the prom scrapbook she made as a child. Meanwhile, Nate tells Chuck that the forest has no peonies and his limo got rented out. Her dress was ruined and his hotel were canceled. He asks Chuck to sabotage his plan, and Chuck's worse he didn't. At the Vanderwoods Inn, Lily tells that lying manipulative grandma that she wants her to leave her home and never come back again. In the past, back in Los Angeles, in 1983 in Los Angeles, Lily Rhodes visits a diner where Carol works. I'm obviously calling her Lily Rhodes in the past scenes, not to be confused her with the present Lily that we're doing now. That's why it's so weird they made an episode where it jumps between the 80s and in 2008. I guess that's what Connor Kiva did, and that show is really popular. But still, I'm just gonna be calling the present day Lily and the past one Lily Rhodes. Lily Rhodes visits the diner where her sister Carol Rhodes works. She bumps into a busboy and really tells him to watch where he's going. He tells her that he doesn't see the resemblance between her and Carol, and she apologizes for being rude. She vents about her day and worries that she'll have to become a prostitute. The boy smiles and introduces himself as Owen. He says that there's a gig going on that night and that Carol might be there. He hesitates before agreeing to go. She says that she has to change clothes, and he shows her Carol's locker, which is filled with different types of clothes. She takes on auditions. Lily notices a photo inside and realizes how much Carol has changed. However, she sees a photo of when she and Carol still live in New York, and they snuck out to go ice skating. She reminisces before Owen goes back to finish his shift. When he's gone, she tries on several of Carol's costumes before settling on one. After Owen finishes work, he goes to get Lily and is surprised by how she looks. She makes a crack about falling in love with her, and he just laughs. They go to the concert. Owen is greeted by a guy who has plans to make things right for his late, since someone messed her up. Lily wonders who the lady is until Carol runs over and says they need to leave right away. They surprisingly greet each other, and Carol is played by Christian Ritter, aka from Jane from Breaking Bad and Jessica Jones from Jessica Jones. What else has she been? Also, she was one of the characters in a B in Apartment B, or whatever that show's called. I haven't watched it, but still, she is Christian Ritter now on the show, or in this episode. Of course, her older self is played by a different actress, but still. So yeah, Jane from Breaking Bad says that Jane from Breaking Bad asks what she's doing there, and Lily says that she needs to talk about something major. Jane says, actually I should call her Carol. Sorry. Carol says that they have to do something, and they can't wait before she can listen and help. They make plans to talk in the car and leave the show. In the present, prom has begun and constant. Nate and Blair arrive and are immediately greeted by Penelope, Hazel, and Nellie. I always don't know what Nellie's reason for being in the show is. Nellie does nothing in the show. Like, what is her reasoning for being in the show? She does nothing. What is her reasoning for being in this show when Nellie does nothing? It just like came on Big Brother. But anyway, they ask him to vote for prom queen, which Blair disagrees with until she learns there will be a tiara and that she and they are nominated. The minions walk away and discuss their plans to sabotage Blair's prom elections, and Blair loses the prom queen to Nellie. Not Penelope, not Hazel, not even Iz, but Nellie. Why? Why is Nellie such an important figure? I've always questioned that, even when I was watching the show. Even when I'm still watching the show, I'm like, why is Nellie such an important character? I don't get it. However, I'm gonna let them Chuck overhears their plan. In the cab, Dan apologized to Serena for telling Lily. Yeah, that was dumb. Dan's dumb. Yeah, that was an idiotic move. That was an idiotic move, Dan. Anyway. Once she gets dressed in her backseat to head to prom, he also thanks for letting him call. He also thanks her for letting him call the manipulative grandma stalker, grandma Cece, to bail her out. She thanks him for breaking the cycle of bad parenting ship. Elsewhere, in the past, Lily asks Carol what happened to the BMW. Lily Rhodes asked Carol what happened with the BMW. Lying manipulative mom and her dad, Cece and Rick, gave her. Carol explained that she sold it to a guy with an idea for a fanny pack. Lily admits that her life isn't what she described because she said she's making it. Carol says that she is making it, and this isn't what it looks like before you really succeed. She explains that everything's gonna change once they get to the music video on MTV. Remember MTV? It's still a thing, but it's not as popular as it was probably back in the 90s. They now do South Park and they now do Ink Master and all those shows. But remember, they used to be popular before they started running the show. Before they started running like Tulsa King and Mayor of Kingstown. Like Ink Master, Mayor of Kingstown. Two shows that I actually love. But still, they used to be, they have really good shows now. But who knows what good shows they had back in the day that Carol's talking about. Carol says that she doesn't want her parents to... because it means national exposure, and she adds that her band's getting great. Lily asks why she hasn't given their demo to Rick, and if the band's good. Carol says she doesn't want the lying manipulative mom and her dad to get involved. Then turns them to tell Lily quietly not to tell people they come from a wealthy family. Lily asks why, and Carol says that money comes with strings attached because people will treat you differently. Lily Rhodes disagrees and says that people will treat you better, and Carol accuses her of acting like that, her lying manipulative mom, Cece. Emily argues that she does because her lying manipulative mom is the only female role model since Carol bailed. Owen leans up and says that she thinks that at the law. In the present, at the law, Lily goes to see Rufus. She explains that she never wanted to be like the lying manipulative stalker grandma Cece, and asks if he has to go if he was going to propose, which he didn't. He doesn't answer. She realizes he didn't because what she did to Serena made him think of her differently. Rufus says she's unpredictable, and when they were young, that was exciting. Lily has flashbacks to her argument with her mom and realizes she's doomed to repeat the lying manipulative grandma stalker Cece's mistake. She says she should forgive Serena for defying her, but Rufus says She shall forgive the language of Grandma Stalker. That even though Cece will never change. Lily thanks Rufus for help and tries to kiss him. However, he dodges the kiss and says that they're just glad they can talk. He's not sure about everything. In the past, Lily Rhodes discovers that they're planning on crashing a house party, which involves them crying through a closet window. Carol explains that the director of the music video accepted their payment, but then jacked up the price, but then jacked up the fee. And is now holding the video hostage until they give him more. Serena, Lily Rhodes makes a crack about her investment in a fanny pack, and Carol promises she can stay behind while they go party since she loves following rules. When she's gone, Lily asks Owen if he wants to break into the house, which means that she's stuck up a two shoes, and then they can go downstairs together. In the present prom, Dan and Serena arrive and greet Brother when she walks away. Dan admits that the setup is nice, and Serena asks him except in the middle of the dance floor in the past. Afterwards, Carol catches a glimpse of Lily having fun with Owen and smile. Carol confronts the director, Keith Vanderwoodson, who is weirdly, we don't know what this dude has with ties to the Vanderwoodsons. Maybe he's Lily's husband's father. We don't know why he's a Vanderwoodson. It's never explained why there's another Vanderwoodson named Keith Vanderwoodson. We don't know. Maybe it's something to do with Lily's husband, future husband Will Vanderwoodson. Maybe that's his dad. It's never confirmed why there's this random other Vanderwoodson member who's the records producer for Lily's sister at the party. We never hear of this Vanderwoodson ever again, so I don't know why this guy's just here. Like, they could have just named him a different name. He didn't have to be related to the Vanderwoodsons. He tells her that she's looking amazing, but she only asks him about the video. He admits he jacked up the fee so she would call him and they could talk. She replies that he has a girlfriend and there's nothing else to say. Lily encourages Owen to dance with her. As they dance, a guy bumps into her and pushes Owen into her arms, and she's totally falling in love with him, mocking her speech from earlier. They're about to kiss when a crash from outside. In the present, Blair yells at Chuck and accuses him of sabotaging the prom vote because she saw him with a bunch of slips with Nellie's new check. She also asks if sabotaging everything else, and he says nothing. Outside, they go outside and see in the present, Lily and Owen go outside to see Carol arguing with Keith, and he says they can tell her if she can pay him or not in cash or do something with him on Saturday. Keith then tells everyone that Carol slept with him and Lily asks if she did. And Carol admits that she did, but she didn't know he had a girlfriend, and she broke it off when she found out. She continues to say Lily probably thinks she asked her parents for money, but not going to. As she figures out, she promises it'll be okay. Lily goes up to She goes up to Keith and tells him no one treats them like that. He replies that he called the cops and because they're trespassing. After walking away, Keith's girlfriend Veronica makes a crack about them being trashed from the valley. Keith tells the girls not to fight over him and then is punched by Carol's friend Shep. They run away and Owen is trapped into fighting several guys and handles them until he's grabbed by one. Not knowing what to do, since Carol ran, Lily Rhodes jumps on the guy's back, telling him more the bag, yelling him to leave Owen alone. In the present, Penelope then gets on stage and is about to announce the prom king and queen. She opens the album that brought her and please announce that the winners are Blair and Nate. In the audience, Nellie mutters that that's impossible as Blair and Nate go on stage. While they go up, Dan wonders who even voted for Blair to win. Chuck reveals he did. Many times. And he didn't put Nellie's ballots in because he took them out. He says that he sabotaged her corsage because the dress looked better without. And he reserves the penthouse for the plaza for her and Nate to ensure that they had a perfect night together. In the past, both Lily and Owen are arrested and spend the night in jail. The Lily called her manipulative mom, Cece, for help. However, Cece is furious and yells at her over the phone about how she's ruining her life, ruining the luxurious lifestyle Cece had planned for her, and Lily says that she needs space to figure out her own path. But Cece says that she's getting in the car to get her away from Carol's influence. Unbeknownst to Lily, Carol hears the whole conversation and grabs the phone for Lily, and she informs Cece that Carol informs her lying with her mom that Lily will be staying with Carol for a while and hangs up. Then they leave jail. Meanwhile, in the present, Lily stops her lying manipulative stalker grandma, Cece, before she leaves her hotel. She says she loves her, and despite everything she's done over the course of her life, she says that she forgives her, and the two hug. But does that make Cece a redeemable character? Of course not. She's still gonna do lying, manipulative grandma stalker thing over the course of the show. They're just trying to make this nice moment to say, oh, is Cece actually gonna become a nice person? Of course not. They're still gonna write her as a terrible person, a terrible grandma, and I'm still gonna call her a lying, manipulative stalker grandma. This thing is so funny. I'm trying to say, no, it's a nice moment of two hug, but of course, Cece's gonna still do sketchy things because she's a sketch artist. She's gonna do sketchy things because she's a sketch artist, because she's a sketchy grandma. Back at prom, Nate and Blair slow dance. She admits that she feels sad despite it being supposed to be the best day of high school. She also feels like something is ending as she goes to attend prom with Nate because she wants since she was 12. He asks why she's talking in the past, and she asks him to hold her on to her until the song ends. They kiss one last time and continue dancing. However, Serena finds Blair singing alone. Blair says that she and Nate broke up because he felt like her high school boyfriend. Serena says that despite her being in jail, she has a good night because she and Dan made up. Now she knows that Lily did what she did out of love. They realize they survived childhood, their mothers, mean girls, boyfriends, high school together, and they're sisters for life. Carol reveals that she sold her car to bail Lily out of jail. Lily wonders if they're going to get away. How they're going to get anyway. Carol explains that they're going to take the bus. They board and ride away as Lily compliments what's coming the next in her life. Meanwhile, in the present, Lily rides home in her car, gets a text from Serena apologizing, and she's mom, and looks out the window as she reflects on her life and what is coming next, ending the episode. So yeah, that was Valley Girl. A good episode and a supposed backdoor pilot to a Lily series that unfortunately never came to be. As an episode, it's very good, but as a backdoor pilot, it's also really good, but I feel like as a penultimate episode for the season, I feel like this is a really good episode, but as a backdoor pilot for a show that with Valley Girls was supposed to be a backdoor pilot for a Lily show that ended up not happening, I just feel like this show had potential. Like, we don't know much about Lily's origin. Like, we still don't, even though that's what's kind of revealed that she used to be a abide by the rules girl, and now in her adult life, she's kind of a manipulative, she's kind of a lying, manipulative woman that will do anything to protect her family. But yeah, so I guess in the past she was a rule abider, but in the present she's kind of a lying manipulator who will do anything to protect her family. So it's kind of like, yeah. And Kristen Ritter did a really good job as Carol. I know that Carol comes... Don't want to say it. Don't want to spoil future events for her. I originally thought she was dead. Like, throughout the entire show, when they mention her in this episode, I'm like, is she dead? But then when they bring her But then when something happens in the future that I'm not going to mention because we haven't got there yet, I was like, then when I read the pilot back, I was like, when I read for the first episode, I was like, she's still alive? I completely forgot about that. That they were lying about Eric's living with her. They were pretending like Eric was staying with her. I completely forgot about that when I was originally watching this episode for the first time. I was like, did they kill her off? But anyway. And Brittany Snow did a really good job as a young Lily. I would have loved to see more of her and more of this. I would have loved to see a Lily show because all we know about her is that, and also, what was up with that Keith guy? Like, why was there a random another Vanderwoodson in that party? Like, why was Carol's producer a Vanderwoodson? We never get the development on this storyline. Keith is never seen again after this flashback. So we don't know if he's related to William Vanderwoodson. Why does he have the last name Vanderwoodson? What does he have to do with the Vanderwoodsons? We'll never know. But it's just weird to have another Vanderwoodson named Keith Vanderwoodson. Maybe he's related to Lily. Maybe he was related to Lily's future ex-husband, William? I don't know. But anyway, yeah. We only got one more episode left before season 3, and we got the Goodbye Gossip Girl next time, and we finally end the plot lines of the storyline and and the start of season 3. So next episode ends the high school era of Gossip Girl, and season 3 through 6 is the college years. So yeah, let's tip our graduation caps to the end of Gossip Girl season 2 and to the end of the college era, the end of the high school era, the end of Constant Billiards. Of course, this isn't the end of Constant Billiards as a school, because it's still a major factor in season 3 for characters like Jenny and Eric. But for the main cast, half of the main cast, we say goodbye for them, not for Jenny and Eric. Jenny and Eric still go there, but for the rest of the cast, this is our tip. We're tipping our caps for them surviving all through season 1 and 2 in that school. But for Jenny and Eric, we'll still see more of them there and see their adventures as constant students. But anyway, that's it for this video, and I'll see you next time for the season finale. The Goodbye Gossip Girl. See you next time. You know you love me. XOXO, Gossip Girl.